Hello everyone and welcome back to today's weather video. Today we're going to be talking about a spring nor'easter that's going to be taking aim at the East Coast, mainly the Northeast and New England coast at the end of this week, mainly on Friday. It is going to be bringing rain, wind, and yes, snow. So let's just get right into it. Today is Wednesday afternoon. So right now it is pretty calm here on the East Coast. Not a whole lot going on right now. A couple showers moving through the Mid-Atlantic. Whatever. Tomorrow, Thursday, is basically when we start seeing basically the low pressure system moving out from southern Canada and the Great Lakes region and sweep into parts of New England and the interior Northeast. Now, this storm system is not going to be a fast mover. It's going to move relatively on the slower pace of things. So this is going to be more of about day and a half to 2 day event for a lot of places. So when you do see the precipitation, it's going to be coming down for quite some time, 12 to 18 hours, maybe more in some locations. So tomorrow, Thursday, things are going to not be that bad, but it's really going to start picking up Thursday night into Friday. We actually already have winter storm watches, people, in parts of down East Maine, pretty much almost all of New Hampshire, except for basically the coastal areas, much of Vermont, and western parts of Massachusetts. We're going to start filling in probably in New York and probably other places in Vermont and Maine, winter storm watches, warnings, and then we'll have some winter weather advisories also pop up, especially tomorrow when we get closer to the main event. I do not think this storm is going to be named. However, I do think it's going to be a pretty potent storm that's going to be developing, especially on Friday. Now, a lot of the other precipitation obviously is going to be rain. We are in the middle of April, so we do have a much higher sun angle, and the average temperatures are usually in the 40s and 50s. That are going to be, around this whole entire area. So if it does snow, or when it does snow, it will be coming down hard in some places. But again, it's going to take a while, especially during the daytime, to actually accumulate actually on the actual surface. I said actually, like actually so many actual times. Whatever. So the main event basically will be on Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night, and lingering into parts on Saturday. Basically, a low pressure system is going to basically move off the coast of New England, Massachusetts, and with that, we will see some strengthening Thursday night going into Friday. So we are going to have a tight gradient around the circulation, and it is going to kind of blossom more so across the entire northeast corridor. So if you don't see precipitation, you are going to have some breezy, maybe some gusty conditions from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, down into parts of the Virginias and the Mid-Atlantic coastline. I think south of Philly, we're going to be mainly dry with this event. We could see some scattered snow showers and mixture of rain and snow in the higher parts of the central Appalachia going into Pennsylvania, western Maryland, and West Virginia. But I do think parts east of that, mainly in the Delmarva and the Virginias, are going to mainly stay dry for this event. However, we are going to see windier conditions on Thursday and Friday. The main event is going to be up here from New York State going into much of New England, where, again, most places that are in higher elevations, and I would say more than 1,000 to 1,500 feet or above, that's where you're going to see snow. How much? We could see a lot. In places of the Green Mountains in Vermont, we could be picking up a foot to foot and a half. So if you live in places in Vermont and New Hampshire that are well above 1,000, 2,000 feet in elevation, you're going to get snow Thursday night, Friday night, and maybe lingering in on Saturday. If you live in parts of, like, let's say Albany, New York, or places surrounding the city in Albany, you're going to see a mixture of rain and snow. But again, with the very warm surface area, if it does snow, it really is not going to stick all that much. You may get, a grassy, some accumulations on the grass and everything. But honestly, it's not going to be, very prolific and everything. So mainly in the highest elevations in New England and parts of the Northeast is where you're going to see snowfall. When you don't see the snow, you're going to see a mixture of rain and snow. If you don't see that, you're going to see plain old rain. And boy, is it going to come down in parts of New England, Boston, Providence, Hartford, down into New York, maybe not as much heavy rainfall, but you'll see a good amount and everything. But the other locations, coastal Maine and everything, you guys are going to get possibly a few inches of rain. And also with that, a lot of coastal flooding with the onshore winds coming out of the northeast. The reason why we call them northeasters is because the actual wind comes from the northeast and basically batters the actual coastline of New England and down into parts of the East Coast and everything. So this is the main event that we're going to be looking at on Friday, possibly going into Saturday morning. And it is going to be just a cold, just storm and all of that. I mean, even down here in DC, we're only going to maybe get up to 60 degrees on Friday. I mean, we're usually in the middle 60s, but only 60 degrees. It's going to be kind of cloudy and breezy, you know, gust 20-25 miles per hour. Baltimore, same thing. Philadelphia, same thing. Pittsburgh, much of Pennsylvania is going to be just kind of blustery. And then all the precipitation will be in New England. So that is what we are looking at for this upcoming Friday, the middle of April. It is not unusual to see snow in New England, in interior parts of the Northeast in April. However, it does start to get more rare after, you know, another couple weeks, especially going into May. So that is today's weather forecast for basically the next couple days. If you live in the Northeast, I'll be back with another video in a couple days. Stay safe. Take care.